currently Earth.
It was on February 18th in the year 1930 that Pluto was discovered. Pluto, once believed to be the ninth planet, is discovered at the Lowell Observatory in Flagstaff, Arizona by astronomer Clyde C. Tombaugh. The existence of an unknown ninth planet was first proposed by Percival Lowell, who theorized that wobbles in the orbits of Uranus and Neptune were caused by the gravitational pull of an unknown planetary body. Lowell calculated the approximate location of the hypothesized ninth planet and searched for more than a decade without success. However, in 1929, using the calculations of Lowell and W.H. Pickering as a guide, the search for Pluto was resumed at the Lowell Observatory in Arizona. On February 18th in 1930, Tombaugh discovered the tiny distant planet by use of a new astronomical technique of photographic plates combined with a blink microscope. His finding was confirmed by several other astronomers, and on March 13th in 1930, the anniversary of Lowell's birth and of William Herschel's discovery of Uranus, the discovery of Pluto was publicly announced. With a surface temperature estimated at approximately 360 degrees Fahrenheit, Pluto was appropriately given the Roman name for the god of the underworld in Greek mythology. Pluto's average distance from the Sun is nearly 4 billion miles, and it takes approximately 248 years to complete one orbit. It also has the most elliptical and tilted orbit of any planet, and at its closest point to the Sun, it passes inside the orbit of Neptune, the eighth planet. After its discovery, some astronomers questioned whether Pluto had sufficient mass to affect the orbits of Uranus and Neptune. In 1978, James Christie and Robert Harrington discovered Pluto's only known moon, Charon, which was determined to have a diameter of 738 miles to Pluto's 1,428 miles. Together, it was thought that Pluto and Charon formed a double planet system, which was of ample enough mass to cause wobbles in Uranus and Neptune's orbits. In August of 2006, however, the International Astronomical Union announced that Pluto would no longer be considered a planet due to new rules that said planets must, quote, clear the neighborhood around its orbit, unquote. Since Pluto's oblong orbit overlaps that of Neptune, it was disqualified. It was February 18th in the year 2001 that Dale Earnhardt Sr., considered one of the greatest drivers in the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing, or NASCAR, history, continued his eternity at the age of 49 in a last lap crash at the 43rd Daytona 500 in Daytona Beach, Florida. Earnhardt was driving his famous black number 3 Chevrolet and vying for third place when he collided with another car, then crashed into a wall. After being cut from his car, Earnhardt, whose tough, aggressive driving style earned him the nickname the Intimidator, was taken to a hospital where he was pronounced dead of head injuries. Earnhardt had been involved in another crash at the Daytona 500 in 1997 when his car flipped upside down on the backstretch. He managed to escape serious injury and went on to win Daytona in 1998, his first and only victory in that race after 20 years of trying. The 200-lap, 500-mile Daytona 500, which was first run in 1959 at the newly opened Daytona International Speedway, is one of NASCAR's premier events as well as its season opener. Earnhardt, whose father was a race car driver, was born on April 29th in 1951 in Kannapolis, North Carolina, and dropped out of high school to pursue his own racing career. He went on to become one of NASCAR's most successful and respected competitors, winning 76 Winston Cup, now known as the NASCAR Cup, races in his career and taking home a record 7 Cup championships, a feat achieved by just 2 other drivers in his sport, Richard Petty and Jimmy Johnson. In addition to his legendary accomplishments as a driver, Earnhardt was also a successful businessman and NASCAR team owner. The 2001 Daytona race, in which Dale Earnhardt Sr. continued his eternity in, was won by Michael Waltrip, who drove for Dale Earnhardt Inc., DEI. Earnhardt's son, Dale Jr., also a DEI driver until 2008 when he began driving for the Hendrick Motorsports team, took second place in the race. Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s continuance of eternity in 2001 made him the fourth NASCAR driver to continue their eternity within a 9-month period, and eventually prompted NASCAR officials to implement a series of more stringent safety regulations, including the use of head and neck restraints. It was February 18th in the year 2006 that Shani Davis became the first black athlete to win an individual gold medal in Winter Olympics history, capturing the men's 1,000-meter speed skating race. American Joey Cheek wins the silver medal at the event at the Games in Turin, Italy. Davis, 23, made history with a time of 1 minute, 8.89 seconds. Chad Hedrick, Davis's American rival, finished 6th. Quote, "I'm one of a kind," Davis told the media. "I'm a different type of person. I have a different charisma. A lot of people don't understand me." Hedrick criticized Davis for not skating in the team pursuit event, a competition for the first time at the Winter Olympics. "I'm part of Team USA," he told reporters. "I don't care about how it's going to affect my individual race. I'm part of the team." If the shoe was on the other foot, Davis countered, would he have skated the team pursuit? We'll never know. 4 years later, at the Games in Vancouver, British Columbia, Davis repeated as Olympic champion in the 1,000-meter speed skating. The Chicago native also earned a silver medal in the 1,500-meter speed skating race at the Games in Turin and Vancouver. "People misread us in 2006, Hedrick said at the 2010 Games about the rivalry with Davis. "We just wanted to win. The other stuff is now old news." Davis retired in November of 2019. It was on February 18th in the year 1688 that the first formal protest against slavery went on in Germantown, Pennsylvania, and this was done by the Awesome Quakers. On this day in 1865, during the Civil War, rebels abandoned Charleston, South Carolina. Also on this day in 1894, renowned architect Paul Revere Williams was born. On February 18th in 1931, Pulitzer Prize-winning writer Toni Morrison was born. It was February 18th in 1973 that Harlem Renaissance artist Palmer Hayden continued his eternity. The information documented on this audio file can be verified on history.com.